Okay, so this is what we have. It's all text, right? It could definitely use some images. And now that we understand images, let's go ahead and put them in there. So if you recall, a lot of this is dependent on file and folder structure. So the first thing you want to do is get some pictures. So you can just use your own pictures. I might include my images in this, I don't know if you want to call it a slide, in this section. I might put a little thing there. You can download and use mine if you want, but if you can use yours, that'd be even better. I'd rather have pictures of things that you enjoy or yourself or what have you. Okay, so that being said, once you have your images, what you're going to do is you're going to take them, you're going to go to your website, you're going to open it up, right? So here's the document we're currently have open. Remember we made these 3 folders? Where do you think images goes? In images. So you're going to go to your images, and then I want you to drop your pictures into there, okay? So I already have these 3. I'll come back to this one in a little bit. We're just going to do these 2 for right now. So let's drop those in there. Okay, so now inside my images folder, I have those 2 pictures, and I'm going to link these 2 to my website. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So what you're going to do is inside of here, I want to put a picture that goes after after cone, but before this bottom part here, right? Like I'm thinking this is almost like a caption for what I have, right? So underneath cone, but above demo reel. So what we're going to do is underneath cone, underneath here, we're going to go ahead and put an image. So we're going to like this. Then it's going to be IMG, then SRC. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. It'll automatically give me quotes. Now, this is what's nice because we're inside of this. As I start to type in, now remember, it's in the images folder. So I'm going to start typing it in and then it will see a folder. So I'm just going to enter. You can click on it, and then it'll show me the 2 pictures that I have. I'm going to go ahead and choose the full-size JPEG. There are 3 generally accepted image file formats that you can use. This is very important. You can't use PSDs or TIFFs. Generally, there are only 3 that you should ever use, minus like vector stuff, but we'll get into that later. Those are JPEG. If there's no transparency and it's just a general picture of like photos of people and places and things, so like photos, you want to choose JPEG. If it's an image that's also a photo, you could also use PNG. But especially if it has transparency in it, then you want to use PNG. And then the last format are GIFs, right? So GIFs and PNGs are actually both specifically made for the internet. So PNG is portable network graphic, and then the GIF is graphic interchange format. Okay, so you probably know what GIFs are. They allow for animated content. A lot of you guys send them. Sometimes you call them GIFs. But they're really good for graphic things that do not have a lot of color depth, where there's not a lot of transitions of color. They're good for that. Okay, so whatever pictures you use, it has to either be a JPEG, a PNG, or a GIF. I don't want to see anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose this full size JPG. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. And now next I want to do is make an alt, and then I'll just say photograph of Jonathan Cone. Okay, so that way we know what it is. And then I'm gonna go like this, like that. We're gonna go ahead and save it. Okay, so it's like I said, it's an open element. There's no closing tag. It's just the one tag. Now what I want you to notice is I'm gonna refresh it, and it's Gigantosaur. So normally what you want to do is you want to size this image to the correct size. That's what I would do, and we'll do that in a little bit. But if you're just trying to get it in there and you want to scale it without using CSS, again, I would use CSS above what we're going to do. You can actually change the width of this element specifically. So we'll go ahead and just do that. So I'm going to go here, and just right after I do the alt, we'll just do width. And then let's make it, what was I going with? I don't remember what I put in there. So we'll just do, we'll do 240. So 240 px, okay? So I'm gonna go with that. Now I'll save it. I'll go back here and I'll hit Control R, and then you'll see there's my picture. Now, what I want you to notice is, look at this, right? Because this is an inline element, and so are images, by the way. They also are not block level. These are basically one after the other. So this, again, is not the best way to go about doing it. There's another way to do this, but for now, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and after my image here, we're going to just do a break. So just do a BR like that, okay? And what that's going to do is it's just going to be like hitting enter, so that it's going to do a new line and that way it'll be underneath, and that'll be a little bit cleaner. Okay. The other image I wanted to do was to put an image of that cone, and I'm going to put it right underneath this section right here, so that way we can see it. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go here. But I want to do this a little bit differently, because what I was thinking would be nice is to show you how you would make something into a link. Okay, so after the second section, let me make this smaller so you can see. Right, we have two main sections. I got this top section, and then we have the bottom section that has my lists and things. So I'm going to do it after the inside of this div. I'm going to put my cone image in there, but I want this to actually be a link. So I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it better. So we're going to do an href, and I'm just going to make this just my general. You can make it whatever you want. So if you have things that you like, put those links to what you like in there. I'm just going to do my generic Teach Me Cone website. Okay. And then we're going to again do an alt. Oh no, sorry, that's not going to be an alt. What am I thinking? href, we're going to like that. And then inside of here, in between, instead of putting text, we're going to do an img src. And then we'll do images because it's in my images folder. And just to reiterate exactly what that means is that we're in this document. So anytime we type in anything, so if I did JS, I could go JS, then /, and then I can get inside of here. But if I had this picture here, okay, I wouldn't have to type in images and then this. I mean, I can do that still. I could actually just type in full size JPEG because that's right next door. Okay, so this is when it's a relative URL because it's following a file path based off of where this document is, because this is what we're currently writing. Okay, just so you know. So we're going to start typing in, where was I? Images. It's going to know. And then I'm going to do cone image. Okay, then we're going to do our alt, and we'll say teach me cone logo so that we know what it is. And we'll go ahead and also do a width element, and let's do 180px. Oh, they already had the thing. And then we'll go ahead and close that. Okay, so like that. So I have this this image inside of my href, and then I'm gonna go ahead and save that. And then when we go here, and I'll Control R to refresh it, you'll see that now that's there. And notice, you know, when you hover over, see how it turns into a pointer? When I hover over this image, that is also a link. So if I click on that, it will actually go to that location. So that's how you use an image as a link as opposed to just text. And I think that's good. So now we have a couple of pictures that add a little bit of intrigue, and we'll keep moving on.